You guys are gonna need to keep it clean or else I'm gonna smell you.
The competitors stick their metallic cheeks into the sand and take off, who will prove themselves superior.
Good luck, guys, if you need it!
Hey everyone! I have my robo-sulfur all set. What do you mean you don't want me to compete?
You mean you actually expect us to fail in the funniest way possible?
Let's end the show, buddy.
Why don't you just go back to your hidey hole where you belong?
And the robo-surfing contest begins in all its hot and holy glory. So grab your tool and let's hope this doesn't get any more lewd, because this show ain't for kids.
Wanna hear something even crazier? Some artificial intelligences are gonna perform and they don't have pants on.
Oh, I'll better watch what you're saying. The robots don't take too kindly to being dissed or insulted.
Yeah, we don't want them to take over or anything.
Relax, boys. I'm sure they can perform just fine. Heck, some of them might even be more talented than most old humans.
Oh, ye. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm sure there will be some pretty interesting acts up on that stage.
One thing's for sure, it's gonna be a show that none of us won't ever forget.
I can't wait!
So come to the Bikini Bottom Talent Show Artificial Intelligence Edition. It's sure to be a night of outrageous and wild entertainment.
Let the Krabby Patty cooking competition begin. I'm gonna be the ultimate judge and pick out the best Krabby Patty.
Let's go. Ralph, are you ready to get Krabby Pattied?
Who will win and make the best Krabby Patty? Tune in next time to find out.
In that case, let's take their treasure.
You best believe they weren't having none of that.
We won't. Right. My pirate trope.
Bring it on, you stuperids.
What will become of them in this robot pilot adventure in Rock Bottom? We shall find out in the next chapter of SpongeBob and the Rock Bottom Pilot Adventures. Welcome to Clabsville. Folks, it's time to talk about Plankton's new stand-up comedy. Let's see how it goes.
What's happening?
Not sure. What do you think Plankton's been up to?
Yeah, what is he doing in there?
I heard he's trying to create an into stand-up comedy.
Can robots be funny?
Yeah, remember, one robot, Johnny from a chum bucket, tried to crack a joke. Wasn't very funny.
Ah! That's right.
Well, I suppose we'll find out soon. Plankton is always up to something shady.
Oh, come on. Mr. Krabs, Plankton's not all that bad.
Yeah, maybe this is an attempt to be good for a change.
Ha! Right. Keep dreaming, dudes.
What will Plankton's A be capable of? Will it be the funniest robotic stand-up comedy ever seen in Bikini Bottom? Stay tuned to find out! Ho! Get ready for a supersized episode of SpongeBob about something super contagious and crazy. Sandy's wild contraptions gone haywire and causing...
What kind of crazy contraptions is she on about this time?
Maybe it's something to do with her big old text brain, buddy.
That's right! Ow! I've been working on a bunch of contraptions that have spontaneously decided to go bonkers.
Ain't nothing cool about it, Missy. My mind boggles at the sheer destruction she must have caused already.
It's not like she was thinking about the consequences of her inventions. She's just some crazy, silly squirrel.
That's right. I invent things to make our lives better, but the contractions went bad more quickly than I expected.
So, where did it all start?
Well, let's just say me and my screwball gadgets won't be causing chase around these parts anymore.
Attention Bikini Bottom citizens. Artificial intelligence is taking over the Krusty Krab. Soon it's gonna be Krusty Krab, yeah. Chiku.
What does artificial intelligence even mean, Patrick? Is it gonna be like a robot waiter?
Duh! Yeah, SpongeBob! It's gonna be like when you make clothes, but you don't even have to sew.
Well, it sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Going to be like a bad fashion show with hundreds of robots rampaging through the restaurant.
Oh, lad, don't you worry about a thing. Everything is going to be better than a 5-star rating. With the help of the newest day fashion trend, we'll get 10 times the amount of customers.
Speaking of customers, how are you going to keep them out of my chum bucket?
It's like a never-ending cycle of people trying to outsmart each other in fashion.
Oh man, that's gonna be hilarious to watch.
It just might be interesting enough to get me out of my house.
That's the spirit. Me wee lads and lasses, we're gonna make Bikini Bottom the most fashionable place on the sea floor. All right.
It's time to stop the show, occasionally with moral ramifications, and often completely devoid of judgmental restraint. Here comes our topic of the night.
In a town full of sea critters who love to sing, why have we never had karaoke night? Let's turn Bikini Bottom an aquatic wave of song and dance.
Boss, if we are accompanying, then we can finally do something better than Squidward?
Oh, I see. Let's bring in robots to judge us. Get your sophisticated A panel to make mean comments about my performance. No, thank you.
What is the big deal? Everyone loves music and robots have no opinion or bias.
Robots, eh? I bet I could rig the iPanel to give all my entries 5 stars. Count me in.
That's not fair.
Now, let's be honest about this one. SpongeBob's a pen pal is confusing the out of him.
Hey everyone! Does anyone know what to do about this art pen pal I have?
Hey, pen pal, I can't believe you haven't figured this out by now, SpongeBob.
Hey, pen pal! What are you talking about?
What Patrick is trying to say, SpongeBob, is that this ape pal of yours is nothing more than a figment of your imagination.
But it talks to me.
It's because you talk to it. Artificial intelligence can only respond with what it is programmed to respond with.
So, not even real.
It's imaginary, but it can be real if you talk to it enough.
That's not real advice, you know, Krabs!
Then what do you suggest we do?
Just forget about it. It's not going to cause any trouble.
But I kinda like talking to it.
Then just keep talking to it. Who cares what other people think?
And with that, we conclude the story of SpongeBob's a pen pal confusion. Alright, let's get this show started. It's time for an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants, Superhero Training with a Pause.
Yeah, iPods are the hottest thing right now.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm even here.
I'm here because I have to get super intelligent with a powers.
Don't worry, Patrick. We can all become superheroes with our powers.
All of us? You're right.
Hey, I can do it too.
Of course you can, Patrick. Just imagine it.
Well, I've got a better idea. Why don't we just sit back and let me handle all the work?
No way, Squidward. We can't just sit back and let I take all the credit. We need to push ourselves and use our intelligence to get there.
Why does it have to be our intelligence? Can't be at all the work for us.
But I can only do so much. We still need to be the ones to make the job happen. We have to be the ones to figure out the possibilities and make it happen.
Yeah, let's be the superheroes of A.
Alright, fine, let's do it. But I get to call it or else I'm out.
Alright, Dean. Let's show them what we got.
Ladies and gentlemen, the topic of the day is Abdel Fattah's unbelievable great jellyfish migration charts.
Bloody brilliant. I've been waiting for a chance to capitalize on this kind of chaos.
Plankton, this isn't something you should be taking advantage of.
Maybe the mayor needs to regulate the jellyfish migration or something.
How about a law that every jellyfish has to carry a license?
Might as well, a jellyfish census.
Feel that so unnecessary? This is all just Mother Nature's doing.
But what about all the chairs it's causing in town? We are already losing customers.
I think we should just accept this as our new state of life and live with it.
But what if I just accidentally siphon off all the jellyfish and sent them to me?
That would not be a good thing.
Come on, Plankton. Don't think like that.
Yeah, this is an important moment for us. So let's just take it as it is and appreciate Mother Nature's mysterious forces and powers.
Yo, the world's got a problem. House hunting. Let's see what all them useless bastards got to say. Damn, Glove World's gonna have to do something about this host problem, or else they're gonna have some serious hauntings happening. Folks, it's time to talk about artificial intelligence and how it's taking over the sexy, sultry world of the Bikini Bottom Detective Agency.
Hey, so it has been a huge development in the field. We should definitely expect it to come into play when it comes to solving cases.
Yeah, but how will it change actual detective work?
We'll make it faster and more efficient. We won't have to spend nights slave over unsolved cases. They will take care of it for us.
Yeah, we could get more done for sure. It's great to know that our Bikini Bottom Detective Agency will be even more successful with
Don't forget, this eye is also going to allow us to solve more cases that were too difficult for us to solve on our own.
And think of all the new cases we'll be able to tackle with artificial intelligence.
Yippee.
And so the Bikini Bottom Detective Agency embraced it and used it to great success. The end.
Oh, really? Consider this a challenge, then. Let's test out our skills and put it to the ultimate test of competition of I versus I. Well, you got yourself a deal. Shake that hand, friend.
Whoa, this is gonna be intense.